All right, ladies, how are you? Good afternoon. It's another wonderful week of podcasting. How's everybody doing? How you ladies doing?
Good.
Fantastic.
Everybody's week. Everybody doing good? Everything good? Tell me about it. Rachel, what's up? You first.
Well, we went on our cruise, and then I had to go back to work, which is really sad.
It's so hard after
I
a
wanted to
cruise.
just continue the cruise.
Yeah, I don't blame you there. And we'll get back to the cruise, but before we do that, Jane, what's going on with you? How's your week this week?
Week is great. My week is busy. It's always work, work, work. My mom is in town visiting, so
Yay!
Yep. Oh, and
Mom's
I
home.
got a puppy, so that's always
Oh.
exciting.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about the puppy. You got my
Okay,
attention.
I got a miniature wiener dog. I named him Frank after my dad, and he's a long-haired miniature wiener dog. And of course, he's like the most fabulous dog ever.
Where is he? I thought you'd have
Yeah,
him on
he's
this
wonderful.
podcast.
Do I need to bleep that out, or are we allowed saying wiener?
Depends on the context.
I guess
Does.
so. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we're not going to bleep that out then. Go ahead. Tell us about your wiener dog.
Okay, well, we'll say miniature dash hound. Is that better?
There you go. Dash out.
Hot dog. Yeah, he's wonderful. His name is Frank, and he's the best dog ever. And
That's awesome.
that's all.
So my question is how is the cat getting along with the dog?
The cat looks like a mountain lion next to the tiny dog, so that's pretty interesting.
Yes.
I also got a catio, so I can let the cat outside and let the cat have outdoor time because he's killer. He's a killer, so he has to
Yes.
be contained outside. Otherwise, he kills the wildlife. So it's everything's going good.
Where's your puppy right now?
I did have to crate him because nobody can watch him, and he wouldn't sit still. So he's in his crate.
I thought maybe you could have him on our podcast as a guest.
I know.
Mm,
The only thing
okay.
we'd get on the podcast is a lot of barking and whining. So
Well, okay.
Well, that's cool. Well, sounds like you're already busy, but it sounds like you're going to be even more busier
I
now
know.
since you have a puppy running around. But that's good. I'm a big, well, you are too. I mean, but big dog lover. I tell you, I love my dogs. But Rachel, how about you? You're a dog lover too, right? Or you're more of a cat lover, or just either?
Oh, no, I like dogs over
You
cats.
like dogs? All right.
I don't trust cats.
Over cats.
I like my cat,
Yeah, yeah.
but my cat only likes me.
Well, you have a non-tailed cat.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
yeah.
do, because it got
That's
caught in
probably why you
Caleb's
can't trust
car.
it. Yeah. I'm surprised the cat survived, but it did. It's
almost
doing
did
well, very
not.
healthy.
Yeah, it's fine now.
Almost did not. Yeah,
I had to
yeah. That's
I had
great.
to be the vet, and I had to fix its broken leg, and Adam bobbed
Yeah.
the tail, and we just nursed it back to life.
Nursed it back to life. That's awesome.
She's
See,
fine.
that's good.
It's some
That's
country living right there.
That is some country living.
With the help of Google, though, I mean, I Googled it.
I mean, there's a vet right around the corner from my house. That is where I would have been. So,
No, Adam no, he would not pay that much for a cat we didn't know.
Yeah.
So that was
But you
not
know
an
the cat now.
option. Yeah,
You know
definitely.
the cat now.
Yep.
That's great. Well, anyway, so for me, same thing. I've been busy doing this band stuff, this DJ stuff, and
I noticed there's a
everything.
guitar missing behind you.
My gosh, you noticed that? It's actually in the other room over there.
Okay.
That's my music room now. The spare bedroom, I took the bed out of it and turned it into a music room, and that's where I have band practice now.
Mm,
So it's hanging on the wall in there, but I do need to bring it back and hang it up because you're right. It just doesn't look right without that guitar there. So
looks like
I need to do
someone
that.
robbed you.
Yes, and I hope they don't take that guitar. That was my favorite guitar. So, but yeah, I DJ'd last night, and that was fun. My first time I got back into it in about 2 years, and I stayed up after midnight. I'm pretty proud of myself.
where did you DJ at?
It was
Wow.
a graduation party. I'd rather not mention their names just because I don't have their permission, but they're great people, and it was a nice crowd and just fun time. We did a lot of karaoke and the new age rap, which is a little much, but they loved it. They enjoyed it. So that's pretty much that's all I care about as long as they enjoyed it. But yeah, it was fun. Had Beth staying out after midnight too. She was with me. So she stayed out after midnight. I was really surprised. So,
I'm surprised you guys didn't turn into gremlins.
geez, oh, I tell you, we thought about it a few times. That's for sure. But yeah, besides that, busy weekend. But all right, Rachel, let's go back to the cruise stuff. We want to talk about the cruise stuff. Let's talk about the cruise stuff. How was your cruise?
Cruise was great.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
That's
only a
good.
few things that I didn't like.
Okay,
Oh.
let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it. Let's hear what you didn't like.
Okay.
One of them is not to give out any hints, but one of them is in this chat, in this podcast right now. So that would be
What?
me.
What? Like, what? No, that's not one of them, but okay.
That's not okay.
I was
Let's
thinking,
just
did we
say-
change the subject of the podcast? I was really confused.
Yeah, I was confused too, but now I get it. Okay.
Okay.
No, Kurt actually was very entertaining on the cruise, so it was a good time. But yeah, so the boat was a little bit rocky. I would say about 60% of the time you could feel it rocking, but we had a lot of storms and it rained a couple times and stuff, so I'm thinking that's why. And it was a smaller ship because you and Beth went on one that was like double the size, right? The first time,
Yeah.
and you said it didn't rock at all. Yeah,
Just
so I
one
wasn't
time.
a fan of the rocking, but I did not get sick or anything. So that was good. And I do get motion sickness. So I was like, oh, if we rock, I'm going to get sick. But I did not. I didn't get sick at all. Just felt off. The other thing I didn't like, do you remember what it is, Kurt? I complained about it a lot.
Gosh, no, Rachel, I don't.
Okay. The straws.
The straws. You didn't
Were they
like the
paper?
straws?
No, they were sugar.
Oh.
So, like, you would be drinking your drink, and then if you go to move your straw, your fingers are all sticky. And then, like, Beth and I were drinking these, I don't know, frozen, some kind of really good drinks. And, like, halfway through, our straws started to just break off in our mouth. They're made of sugar. It's just the weirdest thing. I'm like, this is the worst idea anybody's ever come up with in straws, ever.
Well, you know why they do that, right?
For the
To
environment.
save the
Yeah.
turtles, because the
But
turtles,
they could come
you
up
know,
with
had
something else. That's
they
a really
could.
bad idea.
They could. Yeah, the straws were pretty bad. I mean, Beth was eating the straws before the drink was over with. So yeah.
I just
So,
hated the
yeah,
fact that
you're
you
right.
couldn't even touch it. Like anytime you touched it, your hands were completely, because it was wet from the drink. You know what I mean? So you got sugar and water, and it's just yucky. I mean, and you're out on
Yeah.
the boat. It's not like you could just go and wash your hands like randomly.
Yeah, you know, one of the favorite things of my whole cruise. Let's talk about the favorite thing, the
Okay.
funniest thing of my whole cruise, and it's not what you think it is, because I know what
Okay.
you're thinking. But when you and I was at Amber Cove and it started pouring on the dock, and we were walking really fast on the pier to get back to the boat, and Beth was in front of us, and Beth started running, and we were walking faster than what she was running.
She's like, I thought I was running really fast. We're like, no.
I'm like, what are you doing? I said, we're walking faster than you running.
But keep in
But it was-
mind, Amber Cove, we had an excursion to a private island and it had free drinks. So we had all been
Yes.
drinking. So FYI, I mean, that's
Yes,
probably part of
yes,
her
It was,
thinking.
yeah, that, you know, and I'm telling everybody, oh, you know, these drinks are watered down. There's, you know, these drinks
were
they're
not.
good, but they're watered down. But nope, not this trip. They were not watered down.
Nope.
They were really good. Yeah, they were. They were really, really good. But it was a good time. Good
So
time.
what were the other good parts? So the straws were
Rachel.
bad, but what's the opposite of that?
Yeah, Rachel, your turn.
Okay, well, I loved visiting the islands. My favorite was Celebration Key. I don't know about yours, Kurt. What was your
Yeah,
favorite
same
island?
here.
Yeah,
Same here.
the water, you could walk out into the ocean and be like, it could be up to your like waist and you could still see your feet. It was completely clear and you could see all the fish around you, which was really neat. No sharks. That would not have been neat. But yeah, that was my favorite island. I loved the food. I know, like I'm on a Facebook page for people who went on that cruise and people complained about the food. And I do not know, maybe because it's my first cruise and I have nothing to compare it to. I loved the food.
I thought it was amazing. Amazing. Everything about it.
And they had healthy options, which I loved. And like they make a lot of things from scratch. Like they had these yogurt parfaits where the yogurt they churned their own yogurt. They made their pizza crust right in front of you. Like, yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy, I tell you. Good food. How about our
Great.
waiters?
He's in his crate.
The waiters were great.
Yes, I think so. Bobby, and what was her names?
Melvin,
Bobby, Melvin, and
Snapchat.
Galvin. Yes. Yeah, Mr. Snapchat. So, on that note, this Galvin, maybe is his name. I'm
It's
not
not. You kept calling him Greg. It was like
Greg.
I forget his name, but it was not Greg.
Yeah, but anyway, so he come up one day and he's just a funny guy. And I said, hey, I said, we're talking about, he might switch ships, and I said, we're going on cruises again. And I'm like, hey, I said, maybe we should swap Snapchats and kind of stay in touch. That way I know what ship you're on. And he looked at me and he goes, I'm not gay and I'm married.
No, he didn't say I'm not gay. He said he
I'm
stared at you
straight.
for like a minute and then he was like, I'm straight
I'm straight.
and
That's what it is.
married.
I'm straight and married. That's what it was. Straight and married. And I'm like, well, I'm married too.
That probably
And
made it even more weird.
yeah, I know. And everybody was laughing at the table. It was the
Yeah,
funniest
I
thing
literally
ever.
had tears coming out of my eyes. It was freaking hilarious.
Yeah, that conversation really took a turn.
Wasn't really what you were expecting.
And he's like, Kurt's like,
Yeah.
no, I'm married too. No, I'm not saying that. No.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, man. No,
And
no,
the
no, no.
guy's he's just staring at him. And we're like, okay, well, he has no clue what Snapchat is, obviously.
No clue. No clue. But that was pretty. And then he walked by me and he wouldn't look at me. He kept on looking at the ground when he walked by me. And I'm like, okay, yeah. All right.
You
So-
ruined that one.
I ruined that friendship. No Snapchat. Didn't get his Snapchat. No, but the next day he was cool. He came and laughing, carrying on. So someone probably explained to him what Snapchat was. So he was back to normal.
Yeah,
And
that was a funny time.
yeah, but they had a comedy on there too, and them guys were hilarious. Adult comedy. I enjoyed that show, and all the shows I enjoy. They did a good job on the shows.
Mhm.
So
So
anyway,
$1 million question.
yes.
Rachel, would you take another cruise?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
The only
There you
I didn't like the embarkation and the debarkation, but Beth said that her other ones were way smoother than that. So
Well, the reason why it rained, and so we could not have, we have a sail away party. Basically, what it is where you go to the Lido deck, play a lot of loud music. We yell and scream at the other boats as we drive by, and we make a big scene, and we leave. We could not do that because it was raining,
well,
and it seemed
we
like
could
you're right,
have done
there's a
it.
delay as well. We
Yeah,
could have,
because
yeah,
they
but
did it
canceled
inside, and then we didn't leave for another hour, and the rain had stopped.
Yeah.
So technically, we could have done it. I don't know what was going on. It was very strange. But that's not the part I'm talking about. I'm talking about the lines to get onto the ship, and then the
Yeah,
lines
that's
to
horrible.
get off of the ship.
Yeah, it's not fun. And the bigger boat was not like that. So I'm just thinking that since it might have been like a little older boat, it's just they only had a couple exits, where on the bigger ships they have a lot of exits. So I think it makes it a lot better.
Maybe. I do think next
yeah,
time
I agree.
I would go on a bigger ship.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. So we need to start planning that. Jeannie, you going to come with us this time?
No.
Come on.
No. I
No.
can't. That feeling of being trapped and not being able to leave is a problem.
Can you swim?
Yes, but probably not.
Well, then you
not
can
in-
leave. You just
not
jump
in
over
the
the
ocean.
side.
I think then I would be part of one of the podcasts of she went on the ship and disappeared.
Yeah.
Well, the
Yeah.
day, let's say, no, we got back on the 11th. On the 13th, there was a lady that on Celebration Key, she was on a motorized scooter and went over the side of what was it? The
deck,
not
the
the walk thing that we were walking and Beth was running. What's that called?
really the port, the deck,
Remember where we took a picture and that guy was like, "Oh, you can't go past this yellow line."
Yeah, that
Okay,
that
there's
is
like
a-
no fence there at all. You just literally drop off into the ocean. I think that's the part they're talking about where she took her motorized scooter and accidentally went over the side and
Really?
died.
Well, did she?
She died?
She died?
She died. Yeah, she died.
Hmm.
I'm imagining she probably hit her
No.
head or the thing hit her head. I don't know, something. I mean, I'm glad that didn't
I
happen
never
when
heard
we
of
were
that.
there.
Yeah, I never heard that. Oh, I
Yeah.
hate to hear that. That's horrible.
Yeah, it's very sad.
Yeah. But yeah, Alaskan cruise our next one.
That
So
even sounds cold. Is it cold? That sounds cold.
it is cold, but the cool thing is, the boats have a dome on it, so you stay inside and you're on that cruise just for the scenery, because it's beautiful out that way. So that's going to be really nice for sure.
Oh, be ready to hear all about that one when you guys get back.
I can't believe that you will skydive, but you will not go on a cruise.
I know, but skydiving, like the only end result is if I can't make it out of the plane, I stay on the plane and it lands, or if I make it out of the plane and I'm not successful, well, there's death. On a cruise,
Okay,
I don't know what
okay,
happened. You just
okay.
disappear out into the ocean.
No. I actually did not feel unsafe at all the whole entire time. I felt very safe.
Seems like every time we walked out on our deck, there was another ship close by to us.
Yeah.
I mean, there's ships everywhere out there.
Or a bird
Our
flying
birds,
with us,
yeah.
which was the weird. There was this bird that actually flew by us like for an hour. It stayed
Yeah.
with us. It was the weird. I took pictures of it because I thought it was cool.
Yeah,
Feel
it was. But
like it was crowded though?
I did not feel like it's crowded. Now, the pools were very crowded.
yeah,
So we didn't really get in the pools. We did when we got off the ship on the islands. We got in the ocean and we got in the pools because there's pools at all the islands. But on the ship, I didn't feel like there was a lot of people.
yeah, like the elevators were crowded. Every time you got on the elevator, I wasn't happy. But they cut in front of you. You're sitting there waiting forever for an elevator, and these people, they'll just come and just cut right in front of you and jump on the elevator before you can.
Because
And
there's
just
so many elevators, that's the thing. So you hit a button and there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 elevators. So if someone is standing closer and you were there first, they're just going to jump on the one that opens, even though it was for you. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's horrible. Just and then we play trivia and these
You were really pissed off about
my
this.
gosh, dude, this is the thing that ticked me off the whole cruise is, we're sitting there playing trivia and they ask a question. These people pick up the phone and they're Googling the answer.
Yes, they do.
And I'm like,
Right?
Cheaters.
They are cheaters.
yeah. And then, they're like, okay, 1 out of 30. So, if you got 1 out of 30 right, clap your hands. And then all of a sudden, okay, who got all 30 right? And they clap their hands, and it's the one that's been on the Google phone, and they get a medal. And they're like, "Oh, the best! Thank you so much!"
And they
I'm like,
actually won 3 trivias in a row. Was that the family you're talking about?
yes.
So they had 3
Drives me
trophies sitting on their
insane.
table. And we sit there and watch the kid Googling the answers. And some of these, it's like there's no way they could know all those answers. There's no way
No,
possible.
they were very difficult.
Yes.
Very, very difficult. In a one trivia game, Beth and Kira and I, we got together and we decided we're going to study before. And so
Stranger
we're
Things,
Googling,
yeah.
Stranger Things. We're Googling and they're answering all these questions. And I was like, okay, we got a chance. We got a chance. No, we show up and the cell phones come out. I'm like, geez, but all right, enough of that. I'm starting to get mad. But anyway, so anyway, Rachel, you got anything else to share?
Nope.
Nope. All right. So what are we talking about today? And like I was explaining to these ladies, I'm a very, very, very bad podcaster because I did not do my homework. So I'm just going to turn it over to the ladies and they're going to run with it. So I apologize. So it's all you.
No, you're fine. You actually need to listen to this because it's crazy. Okay. And it's not that far from us. So we are going to talk about the situation that happened in Ohio with Elizabeth Siders. Okay. So I'm just going to read to you what I found. Buckle up. Here we go. It says the Vinton County, Ohio House of Horrors case involved the rescue of 16 children and teens from extreme squalor in Hamden, Ohio. I don't know where Hamden, Ohio is, but we're in Indiana, so it can't be too far. On June 30th, 2026. So this just happened in June. The mother, Elizabeth Siders, was found to have given birth to 18 children in total, with medical records reviewed by local news outlets. 4 family members, so it was the mother, Elizabeth Siders, the father, Gary Siders Jr., and then the grandparents, Christina Siders and Gary Siders Sr., they were all charged with felony child endangerment. So The details of the case, this is just terrible. The living conditions. The 16 rescued children ranged from ages 18 months to 18 years and were confined mostly to one small room for years. Authorities reported the environment was filled with human waste and was worse than conditions where livestock are kept. It says that the family had moved around southern Ohio and surrounding states, and then they were like avoiding the government and medical paper trails. So none of the children were ever enrolled in like local schools or anything. The state and local authorities discovered that the children after executing a search warrant for an unrelated case. 7 of the children required hospitalization, with 2 flown to trauma centers in critical condition. The older children showed signs of severe developmental delays, and some were unable to speak. Investigations of medical and birth certificates revealed Elizabeth Siders had given birth 18 times in less than 2 decades, beginning when she was a teenager. 2 of these children died as premature infants in 2022, leaving the 16 who were rescued. Investigations of medical and birth certificates revealed I just read that, sorry. All 16 children were placed into a temporary protective custody by Ohio Job and Family Services. The adults are each held on a $300,000 bond pending trial. That makes me sick.
That is so sad.
It's especially in this day and age.
So it's close to the closest hospital to them would have been Oblenis Hospital, which is in Athens. So it is close to Athens, Ohio, which is, Appalachia. The other pieces to that are that she had conjoined twins. I think that she had 2 sets of possibly conjoined twins, or one of them at least had died at birth, which would have been the 2.
The
that you're
2,
saying
yes.
died.
I knew that those were twins, yeah.
And some of the children, they have not released whether or not they can find birth certificates on all of the children yet. So they don't know whether all of the children were birthed in hospitals because they moved around so much. So they're not sure if they were all birthed in a hospital or if they were home births, which leads me to the question of, if she birthed them in a hospital, wouldn't there have been some medical professional somewhere that would have been like, whoa?
That's why I'm thinking maybe she didn't.
Yeah.
Like maybe
I don't
she
think
birthed
that
them
she
at
did. Because
home.
I think somebody would have been like, what number child is this? And you're how old? Like,
Well, I don't know if this is the same story or not, but I think it is. After you read it, Rachel, something clicked to where, is this the story where they don't even know if all the children came from her?
Right.
Yeah, at one point they thought that maybe one of their kids had a child as well.
Yes. So
Okay.
they're saying
is the-
that
okay.
incest could have happened with some of the older kids because they didn't know, and some of
Yeah.
those kids could be those kids. And they actually started out in Virginia or West Virginia or something, and they compare them to the Whitakers, which we've
Yes.
covered them.
Yes.
And I know that the podcast I listened to earlier about this was that they had moved to as far as Wisconsin at some point, and they had
Mhm.
only been living in the dwelling that they're in Appalachia for 4 years. And it's at a dead end road behind like a train track or like a train depot. So like where trains would go and stop, like they don't go any further. They said there's only 3 other houses on that road before you get to their house, and none of them are close. So it wouldn't be weird that nobody would notice anything because their last house on the end of a train depot. No one's going down there. So,
But they did
say,
they talked to the neighbor, I guess the neighbors, and they're like, well, we see her out, but we never saw kids. And then they said they never seen her pregnant either, which I thought was weird.
I just wonder if they think they never saw her pregnant if she was so malnourished, because it sounded like they never saw anybody bringing groceries into the house. And if you're trying to feed 16, 20 people, you would have that requires a significant amount of groceries. So I just wonder if she was so malnourished that she never appeared pregnant.
Yeah.
Right.
Or wearing baggy clothes all the time. I mean, that could be a factor as well.
I still have to go back to if she had these babies in a hospital, somebody would have questioned something at some point. Like,
correct. That's just crazy.
So yeah, to me, it's crazy that nobody noticed anything. They said the 18-year-old cannot even write her own name. And they had a specialist talking about the younger kids probably still have a chance to learn. Their brains are still malleable. They're going to be able to probably function. But as an 18-year-old, there's going to be very limited learning that's left, and what that 18-year-old is going to be able to achieve, and it will be pretty minimal.
So what I wonder is, they moved from place to place, right? How do you move 18 kids? Did they have a horse trailer? Like, I'm just confused.
Yeah. Well, obviously they didn't take care of the kids, so I'm sure they left them there for days at a time and came back to get them. I mean, made several trips. I mean, who knows?
I don't know. It's crazy.
And we still haven't seen any pictures of the kids, and I get that they're kids, so we're not going to. But I just wonder, like, what do they look like? Are they malnourished? Are they physically deformed? I mean, something like that. I always wonder, like, what do they look like? Where are they at?
Like, yeah, I picture the Whitakers because that's what people keep talking about and comparing them to, and they're different. So I'm
Yeah.
wondering if it's like that kind of situation.
Right.
It's insane. I mean,
But
these poor kids, though, what's their future going to be? I mean, it's wow, poor kids.
yeah, and for two of the airlifted and in critical condition, it's like they're lucky that they found them when they did.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. That is insane. Wow. How many kids you said?
Well, she birthed 18. Actually, I also read that it actually could be more. They're not 100% sure that it stopped at 18. They know of 18, no. And 2 of them died at birth, and they were a set of twins. So there were 16 kids plus 4 adults.
18 kids. That's insane.
And I know that they keep talking about the filth in the home and like the smell of the home, but just trying to manage 20 people in a home where there's going to be garbage, there's going to be filth. And having done home visits for a portion of my life, you see a lot of how people live, and you're not supposed to judge how people are living, but I can only imagine 20 people in a home
And
ranging in those ages.
the kids were all in one room.
Yeah, they were saying that they were in the 12 by 12 room, but like they just said, fecal matter was everywhere. So you have to wonder, what were their bathroom habits? Clearly, maybe there weren't any.
Yeah, maybe they didn't know.
Right. Look at the pictures of the mom of all of the kids when they keep showing video and pictures of her in court, and her eyes are super red, but it doesn't look like her eyes are red from crying. It actually looks like her eyes are red because they're irritated from being in a filthy environment. Like they look like they're irritated from being around like either fecal matter or just dirt and grime in general. Yeah. It's
And
just
isn't
kind
it
of
weird too, like in this day and age, okay, we have TV, we have whatever. So if you marry someone, why would you think that that's normal? I don't know. I just don't understand how they would even want to live like that. And his
So the
parents
one
were
thing
there,
was is
and
that they said that she met him when she was a teenager.
she was like
I don't know
13
where
or
I heard
something.
this. Yeah. And that her mom, they lived in the same trailer park, and her mom tried to keep her away from him and said, I don't want you to be with him. You're too young. He's older than you. And she wouldn't listen. And so then she ended up leaving her mom's house and moving into their house with them at whatever, 13, 14, and ended up pregnant within that first year or within the first few months of moving in with him. And at that point, her mom said, if you want to go, then go.
Yeah, that's just, I don't know. I guess I just can't fathom it. I mean, who would want to live like that? She obviously knew what it was like to live normally, I guess. I don't know. Seems odd. Unless he brainwashed her. That's a possibility.
Was he abusive to her? That you know of? I mean, maybe he had 100% control over her. Maybe she was afraid to stand up. Maybe, I mean, I don't know, but I mean, it could be a number of things.
I don't know. I could see that being her defense, though.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
people's cultures are so different. It's hard to say. No one's saying anything about abuse. I think obviously we all think the situation she was in is abuse, because that in and of itself is a form of abuse. But people's cultures are different. They just are. And that may have been what they consider their norm. And while everybody else in society is like, this is totally not the norm, for them, maybe that was their norm. And
Yeah,
but basically she's been pregnant for 2 decades.
No, that's crazy.
that's crazy. Wow. Well,
And on
very
that note-
interesting story. Yeah, very, very interesting story. You guys got anything else? If not, we'll go ahead and continue. You
But
got
do
anything else?
you know when the trial is, or like, is it going on now?
I don't know when the trial is. I know that they went to court to give them not like the conviction or whatever it is. And the mom of the 16 went to say something, and the court person was like, "You have the right to remain silent," because I guess they were concerned whatever she was going to say was going to be detrimental.
You mean the judge shut her up?
Yeah, the judge was
Oh,
like, "You have
wow.
the right to remain silent," and nobody can figure out what she was gonna say or anything. And again, I'm pretty sure that while yes, this everything that they've done is bad, we're all saying it's bad, this is not normal. They have to be really scared to be in that environment with a judge because
Mm.
they've never been in that environment other than trying to evade bills or whatever it was they were trying to evade by moving all around. So I am sure she's quite intimidated.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we'll have to do an update
All
when they
right.
come back with a conviction.
All right. All right, ladies. Well, I appreciate you guys bringing up this story, and we're going to go ahead and start on Say What? Here we go. All right, ladies. Today, I got one thing, and the only reason why I got this one thing is because Jeannie told me about it, so I'm going to go ahead and say it. So Jeannie gets credit for this, but I'm going to say it anyway. It is National, what is it? Ice Cream Day?
Ice
Is that
cream
what it
day.
is?
Hmm.
Ice Cream Day. I know at our famous, I guess I could say their name, Logan Supermart in our neighborhood, they have ice cream sale going on. If you buy a large ice cream, you get a bucket. They're little small buckets of ice cream with
Well,
it.
doesn't the
So
bucket say Mary Lee's?
it does say Mary Lee's on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. So that's what they're doing up here. And by the way, I'm going to give them a thumbs up because they not only do they have amazing food up there. Have you ever ate there, Rachel?
Have.
Jeannie, have you ever ate there? You know where we're talking about?
I know what you're talking about, but it has probably been decades since I have been there.
Yeah, man, they got great food, and we are not sponsored by saying this, by the way. I mean, just want to let you know, but they do have great food, and their ice cream is amazing. They do a great job there. So kudos to them. Kudos to Logan Supermart. They do an amazing job. But it's not too late. Well, it might be. What time they close? 9 o'clock, I think. I'm not 100% sure. It might be too late. I don't know, but you might have missed out. But they had free ice cream today, which is amazing.
So
So
Caleb actually came in and asked me earlier if I wanted ice cream from Logan because him and Ella went over. And I said, yes, but I'm going to be good. So no,
And
because I ate
I
my weight on the cruise. So I have to be good for a while.
I can't take credit for ice cream day either because it was my coworker Courtney who told us that it was National Ice Cream Day today and people should bring us free ice cream because we are at work and nobody did. So,
Oh, that's
but
sad.
UDF does have buy one get one free, which they're still open. So
there you go. There you go. UDF. I forgot about that. They also have great ice cream as well. But all right, ladies, you got anything else?
No.
All right. Well, then that's going to be our podcast for today. We appreciate everyone tuning in and listening to us. If you guys want to chat with us, feel free to. You can get us on Facebook, pretty much all social media platforms. We also post on YouTube as well. But look at us. It's under 3 to Agree on Facebook. Just when you open up your Facebook account, go to the search bar and just type in 3 to Agree, and 3 to Agree group will pop up. And just go ahead and invite or hit apply, or I don't know what it says, but it'll send us a notification. We'll let you in, and we'll love to have you on. But anyway, besides that, thank you, ladies, for sharing these stories with us today. Appreciate it. And until next time, you guys have a great week. Everybody out there has a great week, and we'll chat soon. You guys take care.
See ya.
yeah.